As we saw in the overview, this is the first screen that you'll come to when you first turn the system on. It gives you the opportunity to log in as the desk or as the guard. This being our first segment for the guard, let's hit guard and we'll go to your main screen. This is what I call the license plate reader screen. It shows you all 4 gates and who went through the last gate. Notice that gate 2 is red. That's the last one that somebody went through. It gives you information about who went through there. So this license plate had information about this person as they went through the gate. Same thing on the out. It'll give you the license plate and the information about who came through there. As you already know, these control the gate so that you can open and close the near gate or the far, and you can hold them open. Anytime you hit it, it's a momentary switch, so it opens it, waits on the vehicle to come through, then it closes on its own. Or if you want to hold it open, you can hit hold, and it'll hold it open for you until you hit the close button. So this system isn't active yet until I come up here and hit one of these buttons. So gate off turns the system off, so it's not looking at the license plate readers. The system's still running, it's just not looking at the readers when this is red. If I hit gate 2, it makes this screen responsible for the gate right there by you, gate 2. If I hit all gates, it makes it responsible for all the other 3. So I treat them separately because gate 2 is so important to what you do. The bottom screen, or whichever screen you choose, is going to handle gate 2. So if I turn it on and hit gate 2, that turns green, and you'll see that flashing. Just as you move your cursor around, you'll see it's looking. That's it searching for new information coming in from the gate. So each time somebody comes in and it sees a new license plate, it goes and recognizes that this is the new license it just read, and it didn't know who it was. So it brought this information up to say, how do you want to treat this person? So if it's a new guest, gather their license and their rental paperwork and select new guest. Now, typically drop the license in the reader. In fact, just make that the standard that you always drop the license in the reader as soon as you get it. That way it can be processing the data in background. It takes about 5 seconds to do it. So while you're filling out this information, it can be processing that data. The 3 main questions that we're asking: the unit number, the departure date, and how many people are in the party. Unit numbers have to be entered with a leading 0. So if we're going for A101, it's A0101. We assume today to be the arrival date. If you needed to change that, you can click this and it gives you a little menu which can bring you up a date. But 99 times out of 100, since they just drove up, they're arriving today. So the next button after unit is departure. Whenever you select it, it starts with the day after and counts forward. So if they're staying for 5 nights, you just select it, either by date or by number, and it jumps the number of guests. Just take a look in the car, see how many people you see, and enter that number. Now by the time you've answered those 3 questions, the driver's license is ready to import. So when you hit this button, it takes you over there and it pulls in the information that is gathered off the license. Look at the license and make sure that it's correct. If it is, we're ready to move on. This is a great opportunity to hand them their license back, just so you remember to do it each time. When you hit next, it brings you back where you were originally, and now you're ready to finish this record. Enter brings you to the last screen, which has this pop-up. It shows you where you put them, 101, their departure date, but it doesn't have the barcode on it yet. You have to hit the barcode to make that work. And then whenever you hit enter, it'll print out 2 copies for you.
So let's take a look at how the other gates operate. If you click on the button All Gates, that turns on the sensor to look at the license plate reader for gate 1 and the two outbound gates. So any car that passes through will trigger a new license plate read. You'll see that it turns green for the last vehicle that went through. So gate 1 just had somebody from Yates go by. And each time one of the vehicles comes through, you'll see that it triggers. Typically, you'll run this on the upper monitor and use the lower monitor for your gate 2. Each time it reads a new license plate, you'll see that one change to green. So if the person who just came in lane 2 turns around and goes back out, you'll see the out 1 change. Or if this person from Yates turns around and goes back out, you'll see those lanes change. And whoever the last person through is the one that turns green.